Hi guys. So unfortunately this podcast was a little bit cut short due to the fact that my phone was having some problems for some reason, and I guess it died like halfway through. Because I think we got like 25 to 30 minute conversation, but I guess I just wanted to end sooner than that. I really liked this conversation. He was very much one of my guests who I don't know, he really loved the fact that the podcast is about stand-up, and it really sucks that this podcast had to be one of the ones that got cut short. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm super upset about it, but this is just one that I'm gonna upload anyways. And on top of that, I just completely forgot to bring mics to the comic strip on my way there. So two very big fuck ups on my part that I just want to very much apologize for, because I very much wish that I could bring a much higher production quality to this. But I will do my very best to edit it in a way that makes it seem somewhat watchable. And hopefully next time, if I ever up running into them again, maybe we can do this again sometime. But yeah, enjoy what I have and what I can give you. All right, bye.
All right, welcome back to the Laugh Point Podcast, episode 15, and the 15th guest.
All right, I feel special.
And yeah, this is a special guest. If you want to introduce yourself to the camera.
I'm Agostino Zoida. Why'd you have to say it like that, bro? It feels like I'm on casting couch right now.
No, I don't.
Get this weird, creepy couch.
I know. I'm like.
Introduce yourself to the camera. How old are you?
This is the first scene that we're going to be doing. If you could tell these people a little bit about like what you've done.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just got off stage 3.5 seconds ago.
Literally, just off the set.
We're in the green room right now at the Comic Strip in the West Edmonton Mall. It's been a great weekend. I've been here since New Year's Eve, which was Wednesday. Did 2 shows.
Wednesday to Sunday.
But Thursday there was no show because it was New Year's Day, so it's a dark day.
Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, still though.
Dude, I was just thinking about it. I didn't even count it until right before I went on stage. I was just like, I did 2 shows on Wednesday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 1 tonight. It's 7 shows since Wednesday, and every one I'm doing like 45, 50 minutes.
That's a really good experience though.
Yeah.
For like a comic, right? Like, and so what is that like? Were you trying new shit out there? Like, were some of those jokes that you were saying like?
To you, no. Like, I was doing new... To me, it is a lot of new shit I tried. Right. But you saw me Wednesday.
Right,
exactly. So I did a lot of the same stuff tonight in this show.
But it has been new material?
To me, it's new. There's like maybe 5 bits that this is the first time I've ever done them is this weekend.
I was going to talk to you about that one, the traveling advice.
Okay.
That like just like you kept tagging it, and I love. How did you? Like, where did that like come from? A certain experience, or? So
you mean tagging, what do you mean by traveling with tagging? So you mean like
it was the bit where you talk about like getting your luggage checked or your second bag checked for free, and then you have like another piece of advice I can't remember.
One's checking your luggage, advice about checking your luggage. One's about checking into getting your hotel room comped.
Yeah.
But smoking weed to get your hotel room comped. No, those are bits that I do already.
Oh, okay.
But I wrote those on another traveling gig where I actually did. I've done the luggage one many times, and then I've done the hotel run like once.
Yeah.
And then I just like I was in Vegas when I came up with those. So
right.
Yeah, but like some of the other bits is like I've incorporated a lot of Canadian stuff in this act. I don't know if you noticed when I talk about the Loonies and Toonies.
Yeah, and West Edmonton, you even bring up the West Edmonton Mall, pirate shit and stuff like that. Yeah.
The West Edmonton Mall traffic. I think as a headliner or a comedian in general, but I think that something that makes a headliner is someone who knows how to do this stuff, which is you got to talk about their city a little bit. If the host didn't do it, if the host did it and the middle act did it, then maybe you don't have to. But you should know some references. You kind of make them feel at home, and they relate to you early on in your set.
Right.
And you can tell them where you're from, and then that's why I have the guy, when he gives my credits, he's like, oh, he was a writer on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, he has a special out, all this stuff. I always try to say, like, can you also just say I'm from LA? Because wherever I'm from, I don't even have to say it, they already know.
I also was gonna say there's another writing thing that you, which was Louie, which
Louie?
I didn't see you kind of get like credited before you got put on stage. So that was like, for me, when I read that, I was like, I definitely want to see this guy now, because obviously before before you went up, I came up to you and introduced myself to you and kind of just, I already gave you the spiel essentially of just how, like, I can just go on and on about like favorite episodes of Louie because of how good it is.
Yeah, we did talk about it a bit, but I wrote on so many shows, and I feel like whenever a host brings me up, they always say It's Always Sunny because the audience recognizes it the most.
That's like probably out of the section that I've seen, it's probably the more well-known.
I think so. Like the audiences, most of them have seen it.
Because Louie definitely has to be like, you've got to really be in that scene.
Yeah.
And got to be watching that kind of stuff already to have known that kind of stuff. So it does make sense, but
I also did American Horror Story, but nobody ever says
exactly that.
Because it's like, okay, is this going to be funny or is it going to be creepy?
Which if my fiance has watched, she loves that show. Like, and I remember I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be podcasting with him.
You know what's funny? I've never seen the show.
You've not? Yeah, I think you told me that too. I was like,
Yeah.
Because she was on the phone with me when I first met you, and she was like, ask him about that. And you were like, yeah, I never really watched it.
Yeah, normally I do my homework on a show before working on it, but I didn't for that one. I just never really got into the show.
Yeah.
And they didn't. The reason that they hired our company to punch up the scripts because they wanted that script to seem lighter than the previous seasons where they were darker.
Right.
So I didn't even want to like copy the rest of the season's vibe. I just wanted to like on that one I just like punched up scripts.
Right. So they were just trying to go for a completely different like vibe in terms of like. Because I don't know in terms of.
I think it was season 5. I think it was the Lady Gaga one.
Really.
Yeah.
So both season 5 for that and for Louie, you said you wrote for, right?
I think so. Louie might have been 4 or 5. I'm getting them mixed up.
Because the 4th one was the season where he does all the talk show stuff.
No, that one was 5. I think I did 5 for that one. I don't think I did the 4th one. Maybe they were both season 5. Actually.
Maybe, yeah, because I know even in season 5 he still does a little bit of that.
But Louie was cool because I actually was a fan of that show, and then same with Always Sunny, I was a fan of that show.
And then you just got the chance to work on it.
Yeah.
Did you ever like get to meet any of the cast, or was it more like okay?
Yeah.
It was very okay.
I didn't meet Louie on the sense of like where I got to chat with him and like, hi, my name is, and
Right, but you got to briefly like.
Yeah, he was involved a lot, and then I got to meet like the entire cast of Always Sunny, which they're all like really cool people.
I've heard of them. I've heard that. Yeah,
they're cool. Dan DeVito is such a sweet guy. Yeah,
working like even just being like in his presence.
They also let us, which like I wasn't a staff writer, so they also let us be on set, which is something cool that you don't normally get to see, like your jokes being used live.
Also like usually as a writer, like there's writers are sectioned off, and then there's where like
like the staff writers usually can be on set, but like we weren't usually. But that one I got to watch them do a scene. And it's just crazy, Always Sunny, how they do their scenes. Like I would watch them with the script in hand, run the scene, and then quickly just put the scripts down,
and then
go, and they got it like in one take.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's unbelievable.
I can't believe there are just people that can do that. Like there's that famous Seinfeld story that I don't know why, but I love. It's of him telling the story about like. The Seinfeld monologue of like there was a storm that day or something where like George was talking about like the golf ball that went into like the whale or whatever.
I know that episode, yeah.
And Jerry's like, there's a moment where he's doing the monologue and it cuts to me and you can see like my jaw literally dropped. He goes, that's not me and my character, that's me shocked that Jason in like 3 hours memorized that like 3-page monologue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like It's like it's crazy how some actors just have that ability to just be like.
That's such a funny episode.
It is
easy, big fella.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because the funniest part about George's character is like when he really loves himself, he really because he never gets to, but when he does, I don't know. I've heard a couple times.
Oh, so knocking?
I don't know if someone saw it. It sounded like someone was.
I think that this door. Hang on. Hey,
we're headed out.
Oh,
I'm headed out.
guys leaving?
Cool.
Pleasure working with you.
guys. We're just doing a quick podcast, and then it's a pleasure working with you guys.
Absolutely. Do you mind take a picture?
Yeah, we want to do it here, or we just do it in the green room.
Yeah, y'all can just.
You can edit this out anyway, right?
Honestly, y'all can just say hi to the camera.
Yeah. Let's do a casting couch photo. Be careful. I think this couch is kind of.
I can take it from you.
Sit down very slowly because I sat down and kind of like broke. I think it was already broken. I swear.
I'll take
All right.
This is all live in the pod.
Well, we can just do it on. Yeah, absolutely.
So this is just for the podcast. This is Tesh. This is Sean, and we all just did the show together. He was emceeing. He was
Great weekend. He killed.
Hell yeah! Great shows. All right, ready?
Let's do this picture.
All right, 3, 2, 1, cheese. All right, sick.
All right, so much. Pleasure working with you guys.
That was awesome. I'm gonna. What's
see you
your
again soon.
email? Do you want me to send you that stuff? Or not?
Sure. Yeah. Message me and I'll do it. Yeah.
See you, Liam.
Shit. Yeah, peace, man.
Do you close that?
Yeah, we got like 20 minutes left. Cool.
Cool. Sorry.
What were we talking?
That's what happens when we're like.
I know.
The show just ended. I'm sorry.
It's literally it's kind of all over the place, but I guess I can kind of just like ask because this podcast really just goes into like the inside baseball comedy.
I love it.
I don't know if you know like We Might Be Drunk with Sam Morril and Mark Norman.
Yes.
But they're kind of the same way. They do like a lot of the deep. And I just wanted to know like when you sit down and have an idea, what's like the process of like I guess like from like the page to
The stage.
yeah
Page to the stage.
which is actually the shout out Mark Norman's Page to Stage series is so good. But what is like kind of that process like? I know that every comedian kind of like
Every comedian's got a different process.
very different. That's what I've noticed in this talking to so many comedians. Is even if it's just like very small,
Yeah.
everyone has their. I just wanted to know what's yours.
Well, when I come up with an idea, it'll just come to me for whatever reason, something I just observed or whatever. And typically, what I do is I walk. I go for a walk, and my process has changed over the years. I used to like shower. And I'd spend like so much time in the shower and just like kind of, even before shows, I do that a lot still to this day. Before shows, every night when I come, I go over my set while I'm showering and I try to like meditate a little bit. Even before I go on stage, I take 2 minutes and meditate a little bit. But lately, I have found that the last couple of years, walking has been my thing.
Pacing.
Before I write anything, I just come up with an idea. I go, oh, that could be a bit, and then I just like walk. I take my dog on like an hour walk.
Okay.
And I just like actually think to myself, I go like, how would I start it? And I actually like in my head perform it word for word. And I can tell you like, try to, and that's just like the skeleton of it.
Right.
And then again, still before writing anything, I go to the stage with it before writing anything. So maybe you can write down your anchors, right? Your bullet points. So you at least remember where you're going with this. But I just get on stage and I just talk it out. Maybe sometimes one time if you get lucky. Sometimes 3 or 4 times.
I don't know if it's weird to say, but I feel like with a lot of LA comics, that's kind of the case. Like, I feel like a lot of comics, like you said you're from out of LA. I feel like even Steph Tolev, for example, she's from LA, or at least not from LA, she's from Toronto, but like
she's in LA
based in LA now, and she's very much the same way. Like and same thing with Louie. Louie's very much like he's expressed on podcasts multiple times, like that he can only kind of write like 1 or 2 words.
That's what I do.
Right. For me, I'm kind of the opposite. I have to write like at least a structured like kind of idea of what I want. and then once I go on stage and try it out, then I kind of get that feedback.
Yeah,
but
I mean, if that's your process, that's your process.
Yeah.
If it works for you, what I say to watch out for, if that's your process, is that you don't sound like you're reading something.
Oh no, that's the thing that took like I think a year and a little bit to get off of is
if you write out all the words,
when you like plan something out like that, it's one thing to memorize it and say it, but it's another thing to like say it as if you're so comfortable that it's not like it was like rehearsed. Like if you can make everything sound and look natural, that's great. And I think I've slowly been like chipping away at that.
That's why I go for a walk and I think about the bit, and then I go on stage and I talk it out.
Right.
And it all sounds conversational.